Hi, and welcome. I'm really glad you're here today. This moment is for you, so take a breath, relax a little, and just listen. You don't need to take notes. You don't need to understand every single word. Just stay with me, and let's talk about something many people struggle with but rarely talk about honestly: speaking with confidence. For a long time, I believed that confident people were just born that way. I thought they had something special, something I didn't have. They spoke easily, they didn't hesitate, they didn't worry too much about their words, and I kept thinking, one day, maybe I'll be like that too. But the truth is, confidence doesn't suddenly arrive. It's not a feeling that appears before you speak. Very often it comes after you start speaking. Many people don't speak because they're waiting to feel confident first. They wait until their English is perfect. They wait until their voice sounds right. They wait until they're sure they won't make mistakes. And while they wait, they stay silent. But confidence doesn't grow in silence. It grows in action, slowly, quietly, and sometimes uncomfortably. Let's be honest for a moment. Most of the fear around speaking doesn't come from language. It comes from fear of judgment, fear of sounding stupid, fear of being corrected, fear of people noticing our mistakes. And so we overthink every word before we say it. We prepare sentences in our head, and by the time we're ready, the moment has already passed. But here's something important to understand. People are not listening to you as closely as you think. They're not counting your mistakes. They're not waiting for you to fail. Most people are focused on themselves, and the ones who do notice your mistakes usually forget them very quickly. Confidence in speaking doesn't mean speaking fast. It doesn't mean using difficult words, and it doesn't mean never making mistakes. Real confidence is calm. It's speaking slowly, clearly, and allowing yourself to pause. It's being okay with not finding the perfect word right away. It's continuing anyway. One of the biggest changes you can make is to stop apologizing when you speak. Stop saying, "Sorry for my English," before you even start. Every time you do that, you tell yourself and others that your voice is not enough. Instead, speak as you are. Simple words are powerful when they are clear, and clarity is more important than perfection. Another thing that helps is changing how you see mistakes. Mistakes are not a sign that you're bad at English. They're a sign that you're using it. Every confident speaker you admire once made thousands of mistakes. The difference is that they didn't let those mistakes silence them. Try this. Next time you speak, focus less on how you sound and more on what you want to say. Focus on the message, not the performance. When you care about the meaning, your voice naturally becomes stronger. Confidence grows when you connect with people, not when you try to impress them. Also, remember that confidence is not loud. You don't need to dominate conversations. You don't need to speak all the time. Confidence can be quiet. It's speaking when you have something to say, and trusting that your words matter. If you're learning English, listening like this is already helping you more than you think. Your brain is learning rhythm, structure, and flow, and little by little, speaking will feel more natural. Not perfect, but natural. And natural is enough. So don't wait for confidence to come. Speak first, even with a small voice. Confidence will follow you step by step. Thank you for listening. Take this calm feeling with you today, and remember, your voice deserves space, even exactly as it is. And maybe the most important part of all this is learning to be patient with yourself. Confidence doesn't grow in one conversation, or one day, or one week. It grows quietly, through small moments you almost don't notice. The first time you speak, even though your heart is beating fast. The first time you finish a sentence without stopping yourself. The first time you realize you didn't apologize for your English. There will still be moments when you feel nervous. Moments when your mind goes blank. Moments when you say something and later think, "I could have said that better." And that's okay. That doesn't mean you're going backward. It just means you're human. Try to stop seeing confidence as something you must reach. Instead, see it as something you practice. Every conversation is practice. Every mistake is practice. Every time you choose to speak instead of staying silent, you are practicing confidence. It also helps to slow down your body, not just your words. When you feel nervous, your breathing becomes fast, your shoulders become tense. So before you speak, take a small breath. Let your shoulders drop. Speak a little slower than you think you should. This calmness sends a message to your brain that you are safe. And remember, you don't need to sound like anyone else. You don't need to copy accents or personalities. Your way of speaking is enough. Your voice carries your story, your experience, your life. And that gives your words more power than perfect grammar ever could. Over time, something beautiful happens. You stop thinking so much about yourself. You start listening more. You start enjoying conversations instead of fearing them. And confidence becomes less about courage and more about comfort. So if today you feel like you're not confident enough, that's okay. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're learning. And learning takes time. Keep speaking, keep listening, keep showing up, even when it feels uncomfortable. Because one day you'll realize you're no longer trying to be confident. You just are.